That's right, we're continuing our Strive for More in 24 series with a week devoted to parenting. Here to kick things off and teach us how to foster your child's independence is Parents Editor-in-Chief Grace Bastidas.
Hey, Grace.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
All right, let's get started. What can we do to foster independence in our children?
So teaching kids independence starts early. You want to prepare them for the great big world, and what that looks like differs depending on their age. So for preschoolers, we want them to think for themselves or start thinking for themselves. So offer simple choices. The green shirt, the purple one. Do you want to go to the playground or for a neighborhood walk? That way they're building their decision-making skills, and you're showing them that their opinion matters.
That's great advice. What about elementary school children?
So during that age, they want to feel like an important part of the family. So give them chores, and that way they build responsibility, they understand responsibility, and they take pride for their contribution. They can do the bed, unload the dishwasher, feed the dog. You also want to focus on practical life skills. So get them to prepare and pack their lunch so that they're learning some kitchen basics. It's going to get messy, but perfection is not the goal.
Yeah, it also makes it feel like less of a punishment if you instill that early on.
Exactly, and cheer them on.
Yeah.
What about middle school?
In middle school, kids are going through a lot of changes as they carve out their own identity. So you want to give them some freedom while keeping an eye on their activities, right? So know where they're going, make sure they know how to get there, teach them how to read a bus or subway map, make sure they're practicing road safety, and know who they're hanging out with, because peer relationships get complicated at this age, especially with social media. So you want to bolster their critical thinking by asking them open-ended questions so that they're starting to make good choices.
What about when they're in high school?
High school, oh, it's hard to let go as our kids become young adults, especially if they're driving and maybe they don't want to spend as much time with you. So it's okay to loosen that grip and let them make their own decisions. You won't always agree, and that's okay. Hear them out and let them start making those decisions so that they feel empowered. And they'll make mistakes, but it's normal. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. And also bolster their financial literacy with concepts like saving and budgeting. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. And have them open up a bank account, maybe get their first job, a babysitting job, or tutoring other kids.
Kids in high school don't get jobs anymore.
I know.
It's so strange to us because I think it's so important to have a part-time job when you're in high school.
Exactly, and you can start small.
What about college?
Okay, so if you've made it to college, give yourself a pat on the back for taking them this far, and your kid's gonna enjoy that university experience so much more if they know they have your full support. You can come up with a schedule of when you'll check in together so that they don't feel like you're cramping their style. And if they didn't choose college, not all roads lead to a university education. We wanna inspire our kids and empower them to really find their own paths.
This is really all great advice. For these tips and more, make sure you visit our website. Grace, thank you so much for being here. You always have the best advice. We'll be right back. Stick around.